there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
No, we're not. Come on.
We're live.
We are?
I mean, on Zoom, yes.
Joker.
Pragmatic. Call me pragmatic.
Okay, yeah, it's alive. It's alive. Welcome. Good afternoon. This is a live stream related only to AsyncAPI Conference 2022 organization. We just started live stream, but we usually always wait a few minutes for folks. In the meantime, if you're already watching, remember that we are monitoring chat during the meeting only on YouTube. Hey, Missy. So if you don't want to join Zoom, then just please join YouTube live stream and invite to us in the live chat. So let's wait a bit. Doom, 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 doom.
We can sing the song together, maybe. I can be doing like boom, 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 and then you can sing.
I can do some beatbox.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. This is getting recorded. That's the best part. Oh, yeah, we got an instrument. Let's get in serious.
At least one professional player.
No, not really. Not really. Right?
Not a single bit.
Yeah, but it was a good idea.
Yeah. We can sing the AsyncAPI song.
Oh yeah.
Oh, remember?
I don't.
AsyncAPI.
Of course. The one that Greg created.
I mean, I remember that Greg
okay.
wrote it. I don't remember the lyrics.
AsyncAPI.
Yep.
It's an amazing opportunity. Join this great community.
But in a few months, it's going to be outdated. Because it's talking about publish, subscribe.
Yes.
And it's not going to be there.
In a few months.
So we will have to talk to Greg to upgrade.
Yes. So now we can complain about something different. What will be the next thing, you think? Once we solve the problem with publish and subscribe.
Like,
assuming we solve it.
Like, I mean, we're gonna solve it for sure, but it's still gonna be confusing, but just in a different way.
Wait, somebody fill me in. What's the problem with publish and subscribe? Briefly.
Good question. There's no problem.
Oh.
Like
we're gonna answer like typical developers. It's just problem with users. They just don't understand
exactly.
it.
Problem is on the user side. No, it's just the meaning. When you see publish or subscribe in an AsyncAPI document, some people are reading it as you as a client can publish or can subscribe to my API, or I as the API can publish or subscribe to another event. So, which turns to be exactly the opposite. So that's the problem. So yeah,
Gotcha.
so many people get it wrong.
And actually, we still.
Yes.
I mean, even like today or yesterday, I was talking to some. Today I talked with Ace about his idea for a presentation for API Specifications Conference, and I was explaining him like in his idea where AsyncAPI file he has to create, and I was like, yeah, and here you're gonna have publish, but wait. If your control plane is actually listening, and I was like trying to figure out like if you really have to have publish or actually subscribe. So yeah, every single time, even for us, it's it's a huge exercise for.
It's a huge cognitive overload every time you have to decide. So yeah, not good. Not good. At least I think that the new one is going to be easier. Or I hope. It's we also, I mean, I think it's going to be easier because we removed this rule, and I hope people respect it. That so right now we only provide, if you have a client and a server, we only provide one file, one AsyncAPI file, and you can use it for the server and for the client. And with version 3, we're saying like, no, you need to have one for the client and one for the server, and therefore there will be no confusion. That's one of the that's one of the things. So yeah, so that's the problem, is that can be used for server and client, can be used for client to client communication. That's the problem. It's not always server to client. For client and server, I think it's clear, it's easy to guess. It's the same as in OpenAPI. So for instance, when you're doing WebSocket server or WebSocket client, it's usually somehow easier. But when it's a client to client, like with MQTT, Kafka, and all this stuff, it's a mess. It's difficult to reason about. So yeah,
gotcha.
Because there's no client. I mean, not you're not a server, right? That's the thing. You're not a server. You're also another client, and the other people are other clients. And the server is a broker, but the broker is just a stupid server.
Right.
That it's like kinda invisible in the middle, just distributing the traffic. Kinda. Just to simplify things. So yeah, but this is AsyncAPI Conference meeting, right? So
right.
On it.
we were just killing time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can stop killing it and go into the meat of the meeting. So I'm gonna
that was a good one.
That was good.
The meeting.
The meeting. That should be a thing.
Yeah.
Meeting.
Okay, can you confirm if you can see?
Yes.
Confirmed.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, the most important is that like looking on the comments in the discussion about the proposal to do the event online only because of the issues with the venue, we're gonna do it online only. Before we go into to do the lesson learned from failure of doing it in person as well. The lesson was learned, and we already actually I had already a quick call with Linux Foundation informing them that we will actually do it only virtual, and I immediately asked them for support in researching for venues in Barcelona, because that's still what community wanted to have, to research venue different dates options for the event in May and June next year, which is still it's like really late enough to do the research of the venue without any stressful situations. So basically, we're not dropping the idea of having it in person. It's just moved to 2023, and this year we're doing only 20 virtual online only. Now the good news is that like while we had this discussion about the venue issues, etc., at the same time Alejandra was already conducting the schedule setup. There were a few folks from the community like last year that volunteered to review the proposals and and vote which ones should go into the schedule. And so last week she created the draft schedule, And this week I managed to contact every single presenter, almost 30 presenters, so many of them. The only one I did not contact is Jonas, but I'm pretty sure he'll agree to everything. So they all confirmed that it's not a problem. I mean, they still are sad that we cannot meet in person, but they all confirmed that they still want to present. I modified just a bit the schedule from Alejandra to because there were some clashes in the time zones, like some presenters from US were scheduled for earlier hour. I'm gonna send it today to Linux Foundation so they can put it in the schedule app. So basically we will have schedule ready in few days, like next week, sometimes next week. So looking at the to-do list, the CFP, like the schedule, as I said, next week. So far, any questions? Okay, cool. Now, the good stuff. I mean, good stuff. Like, there's always some good stuff, even in bad things. So good stuff that we do it only online is that we don't have complicated budget of like all these different topics, like sponsoring presenters to come in, etc., etc. So it's just basically about paying Linux Foundation for the schedule app, for help with the CFP, and not much more. And I think that's it for this section. Now, if it comes to sponsors, Barbanio already updated. Excuse me. Excuse me. My throat is good, sir. Sorry.
Are we gonna play a new song like this?
No, I'm really speaking too much today. Hey, wait, actually, I have to mute and properly cough. I'm definitely gonna have to have some beers after. So the sponsors, she already updated, like, because with sponsorship, again, it's easier than it would be with in-person event, because we don't have this different sponsorship tiers, like a lunch, coffee, whatever. So we have the old school platinum, gold, and something. And the only thing, if it comes to last year, is that Barbanio proposed there, and I think it's pretty good, that we will have for sponsors a dedicated, also special support option, that they can support a swag pack for presenters for a given amount of money, which is, I think it's cool. So yeah, of course, sponsors in exchange will be able to put logos on sleeves of the t-shirts, wherever, or if they want to put some more stuff in the package, that's okay, but they'll pay for it. So that's easy. The challenge is design. I'm not sure, Missy, if she talked to you, or maybe Fran, about the brochure, because like she's working on the content, but of course we need to put it into a kind of PDF or something. Maybe she'll try to contact you, because I said, like, we should not reinvent the wheel, like, if it's still, again, virtual, so let's just take what we have from the last year. But
Are you talking about the prospectus or?
Yeah, prospectus.
Yeah, so she did mention me in one of the issues, I think. I forget where it is. Or it's like a discussion. And she was thinking we have like a cover page that's like branded to the conference. I think that's what she meant. That's kind of what I understood, but I don't think I got a response back. I might have. Let me see.
Actually, I can show you last.
First page is a cover page. Yeah.
I think for last year, it's you created the final.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was for last year or 2 years ago.
Last year.
Yeah.
It's gonna load in a sec.
Oh yeah, she like referenced. I'll send you the link of the comment.
Yeah. So the like the easiest will be just to reuse the prospectus. Of course, we don't have a hackathon, so it would just say conference. The logo would of course change, and here instead of the map, we would have this fancy cool stuff that you did for the website with the pipes and etc.
The fancy cool stuff.
Fancy cool stuff. Yeah. That's how I call design stuff. Fancy cool stuff. And then the content would be pretty much similar. And I think so she probably also asked you about like if we need to update this header to match the design, or can it stay as it was last year?
Yeah, because she has a link to the where's the prospectus? It's like in the Google Doc. So it doesn't need to be like all. I guess it does need to be put into like a pretty layout of some sort, right? Like a pretty document.
I mean, it can be like this one. It's you mean that this one that Frank created is not pretty?
No. I'm looking at her Google Doc where she started the.
Yeah. So she was there working only on the content. But the idea is to put it in this kind of font, in this kind of layout.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I guess that we want to update the header because header is matching the design of the old website, and this is actually that's not the new one.
He has it in a pull request.
Yeah, I saw it recently. That's nifty as hell. Again, that's how I call these designs. Nifty as hell.
Nifty as hell.
As hell, yeah. That's how we deal with English, the non-native speakers.
Yeah. We use the same words for everything. Once you know how to say nifty, awesome, and
then everything is nifty, awesome,
and
perfect.
Nifty, awesome, and things. Things can be applied to anything. So.
Yeah, it's not quite responsive. You might want to pull it in a little bit, I think.
You mean the website?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the main point is that like this does not match the colors. But now I'm thinking, because actually I recently asked you for this background for the registration. Maybe it could be reused this here as well.
Yeah, I had to mute for a second because my dog was barking at the postman. The postman. But yeah, okay, that definitely helps give me some context as to what we would use that for. Is that what you're thinking? Like
no. So the background that I asked, it's not the same, but I was just thinking that we can also reuse it here. Like it's because probably the background that you're gonna create will match the design of the conference.
Okay.
So I imagine it's gonna be a PNG file that I just can copy paste here and put the different header on top. That's how I would solve
so it. Is it always only for like heading treatments, or is it for like everything? like anything that needs a background.
It's only for the
Um,
headers, like the hackathon
Okay.
conference and why becoming a sponsor.
Actually,
Okay.
just this.
Yeah.
Actually, just this.
Okay.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I just wanted to understand like how much wording would have to be laid over it, because with the art direction that we have now, it would be more of like we probably have like floating objects around the words or something. Like that's just what I'm thinking as far as like the graphic that we have right now.
By the way, the words are written there, so they're not part of the image.
Oh,
So yeah. So it's easier. It's just one background and that's it.
Ah, yeah.
well, yeah, I know. I guess I was just trying to like judge like how much wording would have to go on top of it. Like if we're going like full,
It's gonna be the same as you can see
just in
here.
the middle. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
We could always do it on a left align too, and then have like stuff on the right. No.
Sorry.
Oh, we could always do the text left aligned over the background, and then have like the graphic illustration
yeah.
stuff on the right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Lucas is like,
Switzerland.
design is my passion. No. Design is not my passion.
Brutalism is my passion.
What I wanted to say is I was thinking about exactly the same what you just said.
Oh, great. Perfect. We're on the same page. Got it. You were in my head. Basically, you had that thought before I did.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
So sorry.
Yeah.
So the venue basically topic disappears, but the we still need registration. And to give you some context, last year it was a bit of mess with registration process. As I explained to Linux Foundation, because my cheap Polish soul kind of forgot that it's not my money that I'm spending. I basically wanted to do it as cheap as possible. So the last year registration was done with support from Linux Foundation. They just gave us access to one of their Zoom accounts, premium Zoom accounts, so we could register conference as a webinar in their Zoom. So we had this, in exchange, we got a possibility to send people a link to registration. So they were basically registering for the webinar and they were getting email back with the information. But then the problem was that right before the conference, we figured that we cannot actually connect our restream with Zoom. I mean, it's technically possible, but not in the way how we want to do it, that we play recordings and we don't have live presentation. So it was a mess. And like actually day before, I think I was sending a follow-up emails informing that actually conference happens somewhere else. And then I learned that actually some spam filters figured out that I'm a spammer. So we had it wrong, my fault entirely. And this time I don't want to be cheap. And luckily Linux Foundation have an application that we can use. Again, it's going to be easier and cheaper because they have some premium subscription, but now it's really application designed just to be used as a registration platform. So RSVP, whatever is the abbreviation. So we're gonna have a link, and that's what I was writing about in this issue for you, just for others. I'm gonna oh yeah. So that's the issue I'm referring to. So it's the whole. That's why we need some graphics for the email that will be sent to people that registered for the event, right? And the header for the registration page. And we're using this. We're going to use that platform and it's
Oh, it's called Cvent. I thought that was a typo.
no, it's event. Yes, and so registration this time it's gonna be done professionally. Emails will not go from a private person, but actually will be sent from an application. So I guess spam filters will not throw it away, and we will be able to, even last minute share link to the place where we do the conference. So
wait, go back to that and scroll down because I posted an update recently.
Perfect. So, but that's the email and the header, the background. What do you mean?
Yes. And then the other one, I just had more questions about it, but I think
okay.
I have them answered now. So.
Do you?
Yeah. Remember we talked about it for it was the background that was for the prospectus.
This
right?
one. Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's, but just to make it clear, so the background that is this header background, we will reuse here, but the target place where we need it is the C event registration page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not sure if,
Yeah. Is there like an example of that somewhere?
No, unfortunately.
Or like
not.
where it will be applied? Like where it goes?
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Not sure if I'm gonna be able to give you an example, but not from C event, but at least you're gonna see from, oh my God, the sources. I'm not gonna find anything in this ugly old website. Okay.
Written in Pug.
Oh. Actually, easier.
You probably have it in a public folder under site.
No, I think easier will be find it in pull requests. Yeah. Luckily, we do every change through pull request transparently, and it's so easy to find. Not sure if it's gonna be still active, but yeah, let's try. Might be inactive. Oh, it's still active. Okay. So I imagine that Cvent will simply give us a similar link that we will be able to put on the website that somebody clicks, goes to a single place, probably integrated already with Linux Foundation SSO. So if somebody is already has a Linux Foundation user, they easier can register, connected with their profile, etc. But basically, it's going to be just a one-pager where there would be some header. But I assume that they need it transparent because probably in the Cvent, when they create the registration page, when they like design it, they don't the header background, that's the only place they can upload, and then they have additional field, I'm assuming, where they have like put the name of the event, they put the name of the event, and when they save it, it's used as an overlay on the background.
Okay.
Like in Open Collective, I mean, for instance, well, Kindle, or like in Twitter or LinkedIn, where you can update the background image, or on YouTube, and then the text goes on top. Right?
I don't know how it works with Twitter. Let's advertise my account. Where do you can put some text on top, you mean?
No. I mean, your picture goes on top, you see? The picture of your face goes on top of this image. It's not part of the image. That's what I mean.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's say
Kinder.
it's
Yeah, yeah.
similar.
That's why I said like Kinder. Like it's
But-
not it's not your face, it's the text with the name of the event.
So let's see, Open Collective. I think you have exactly the same example. My network today is, as always, actually
Rubbish.
slow.
As always. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that,
Kinder.
yeah, exactly. But I think it's just the that's overlay on the background, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this text, it's coming from the edit cover. Yeah, exactly. So now you see. So that's the background image.
Oh, okay.
That's the background image, and you see there's
Okay.
nothing about AsyncAPI initiative because AsyncAPI initiative is an overlay on the back.
Dynamic.
So do we think that it's going to be similar to this, where it's like you could put any kind of texture in the background and text won't have to be legible over it? Because that's pretty simple, but for me, it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to make sure that whatever background I provide, it's going to be like legible with whatever is going over it, if that makes sense, you know?
So from their text, I understand that they're just overlaying text. And that's why I assume it's just that in C event, they just provide the name of the event, and then it's just used one-to-one as an overlay. That's it. But I think I now understand why you're asking exactly for specifics, because then if you provide, for example, such background, then you're just afraid that some content might go over these pipes and it's not going to look nice. Yeah, okay. I think now we're on the same page. I mean, even though I wrote to you that there are no examples, I at the same time also dropped a message to Celia if they have something, and
like just an example, just to show like how it's gonna
answered today. Oh, okay. I think we have example.
Yay. I thought I heard you gasp.
Okay, but she doesn't have an example of the registration page,
like the usage.
Yeah, but she has the example of the headers, of the background headers. But yeah, not so helpful. But wait, let me.
Yeah, I have the feeling that is left aligned. The text is left aligned, and that's why they did artwork on the right side. So that's most probably what's happening. And the other one is just probably.
But it's like, what color is the text? Like how?
Okay, yes.
Probably it's white.
We have
hopefully.
We have example.
Yeah.
We have example. Look.
Oh.
So and you couldn't see it, but yeah, it's coming from Cvent. It's coming from Cvent. So it's.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Yeah. So that's the registration page for Open Source Summit next week in Europe. From Linux Foundation, and I could see while you were chatting, I could see the URL. The initial URL was Cvent. I can actually prove it to you. So it's basically, I bet it's the same platform that we're gonna use. Yeah, you see, that was the initial link. So Cvent. Yeah.
Okay.
And then header, the text on this header is part of the image.
Yeah, part of the image. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So then we could just use the same image. I feel like the one that I made for the one that I made for the social or whatever. We could just use that same one. Right?
Well, the only difference that I see is that content here below the header is centered instead of left aligned. So probably that's why they're putting the title on the center.
Oh, I see.
Now I'm gonna attach your OCD, your designer OCD. You know what's OCD?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I do.
I definitely.
You suffer it.
Oh yeah.
Designer OCD.
Although I still feel like it would be balanced either way.
Yes.
There's a balance. There's like because in the other image that I made, it's like, I don't know, there's stuff on both sides. So
there's still weight.
Probably be fine.
there's still weight on the right side because of the pipes and so on.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And it's not like there's a lot of content on this page anyway.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Detective Lucas.
Sorry for not bringing it up 2 days ago when you asked, but yeah.
You're like, I need a background, and I'm like, I need more details than that.
But then it's interesting why they let me go again, because I just copy pasted what they wrote. A background only image.
You can send them what I put in that issue and ask if that's okay. Like regardless of the size, because I'll have to save it out as the 1920 by 500, but you can ask them if we can put something like that in the, yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Do it. Okay, so registration, I think we unsolved the puzzle.
Cool, cool.
Then of course we need to update the website with this in all the things. Speaker cards. I'm not sure that we because some of the things from the design we will for sure hide for now, because like it's gonna be needed for next year, right? For example.
Yeah, like we don't need any more
We
applications.
don't need it now. AsyncAPI it's still okay. Sign up for updates. Definitely we can have newsletter here as well.
Yeah.
With speakers, I would suggest that we, again, because of the short time, that we first try, instead of doing it, even though it's beautiful, but like remember that like with the schedule, okay, it's not here, but yeah. So with the schedule, we're gonna show it to you.
IBM, 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 IBM. Shout out.
Osman is bigger.
Yeah.
Did you start hearing some noise in the background?
I heard a dog, but it was very faint. You're fine.
But now you can't hear more noises from my side.
No.
Okay, cool. Interesting. Because it's like raining like hell last 2 hours, like, and now it started again, like super heavy raining. So schedule will come like this, like last year, from their application, and we're going to use beautiful solution in the web, which is iframe. And I think that like to make it easier, we should explore, because they have this speaker view as well. So at least for this year, we can make it like to have it fast, like the kind of speaker cards. We'll be able to.
Is there any way to make it so that they're not like all on top of each other? That gives me anxiety.
Cries in Designer.
Like so much scrolling.
Yeah, I think it's just because of the layout of the website.
Like the width of that container, maybe.
Yeah, maybe this container is too thin.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I mean, it's in the end, it's iframe, so it's super flexible. We can do whatever we want with it, or not.
It is. I've seen in other conferences that they have it listed in multiple columns, right? So
okay.
So,
oh, like for the same thing.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, for this year, we're gonna at least have this.
I think that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit pragmatic. That's it.
And last but not least, so last year we did it Restream, and then from Restream we were doing the broadcasting to YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So I would say it's working solution. We know how it works. Not much preparation has to be done, except of maybe some, this how it's called, layers or different figures you have on the live streams in the background. You know what I mean? I hope
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
the overlays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I had in my mind.
Right. You
Overlays.
pulled it right out of my mind. I mean, you were in my head first and then I said it.
Yes. Because like I want to have, conversation. I can't say everything, so I have to somehow
Right.
speak through you.
Right.
So yeah, we like that's the only additional effort we have to do for this year for the online setup. But I also asked them if they could provide us the estimated costs of some fancy platform. Because like fancy platform, I mean like Hopin or something different. Actually, they mentioned some different tool, but I don't remember the name. It's because what I noticed with last year was that because it was on different platforms, people could not stick to one place, and some were watching on YouTube, some were interacting through the live chat, but it's not the same what these platforms give you, because this like this Hopin like platforms, they give you this chat where you can have these private rooms. You can actually the people come in and they actually they all come in because they have all the links. Like it's what I'm trying to say is like that it's by default giving you all the features. This chat, you get a video and a chat at the same time. With this flexibility that we had last year, we had different places. Like we had Slack channel, we had live chat in YouTube, like, and it's not helping to really have a conversation. But yeah, we are limited on time, so let's see if they're managed to actually provide something and propose some good price. And I think it's good direction because the platform that they have there, it also supports the playing recordings, and they actually prefer this approach, so they should be it should fit us. It's just a matter of the price and yeah. So as a follow-up, I will for sure create in the brand repo, I will create issue so we remember about these overlays.
Okay.
We will need some help definitely with so people will deliver recordings 2 weeks before the event, so we will have 2 weeks to prepare them like we had it prepared for last year with this. I'm not actually sure what was done with, you were doing with them something, BC, I don't know, like if you were putting them, like converting them into the same format, or
I put them on a background, the like textured background that we had with the overlay with the sponsor logos, so that it looked similar to background and overlays that we had on the live speaking parts. And also there was just like some small editing that I did just to like cut out some parts that were not cut out or something, and like increase the audio or decrease the audio depending. So I think like WeProd can help with that, right? Like with the video editing stuff, if we just provide the assets to them.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna just make a note so we don't forget about it, and then.
But also, I feel like there was like, I don't know if it's the best idea to like make the video part like smaller than it already is, because I don't know, like some people who recorded didn't like zoom in on their screen or something, so some of the videos came out like really, really small of the presentation. So maybe we should just do them like full screen, and then I don't know if we can show the logos like elsewhere. It depends on what platform we go with. Like the sponsor logos, because I don't think the background has to necessarily be on the recording. Not a mean.
I do. You mean that instead of putting the logos on top of the video, or not on top, but like constrain the video to make it smaller on the video, on the actual video, right?
Yeah.
We put all this information out of the video stream, and then the video stream will only contain the real video, the video from the presentation.
Yep.
And then the logos will be outside on the website, or or if we use hopping, I think we can put them somewhere. If we use Restream with YouTube and other channels, then no, because we can't
put
logos in YouTube, for instance.
Yeah.
Or in Twitter or LinkedIn. So or Twitch. That's not possible. And that's one of the main selling points, I would say, for the conference, that the logo is always visible.
Yeah,
right.
It has to be there. Yeah.
I would say if we go with Restream, we do the same thing that we did last year, where we cropped it slightly so that we can add the logos at the bottom, but we should provide guidelines for the speakers to make sure that whatever they have on their screen is like a big enough size so that everybody can see. So it's not like, I don't know, because some people are just sharing their screen like fully, like full resolution, and it got like really small. So I don't know, but otherwise I feel like the best case scenario would be we have like a sidebar where we can add a graphic that has the logos on it at all times. So maybe that's something to consider if we're searching for some other type of like streaming platform.
And another option that comes to mind is that we don't stream to any of these platforms. We only use Restream, and we embed the video on our website, and you watch the conference on our website. And so the logos will always be there around it.
Okay. That's a great idea, actually. Yeah.
Restream already provides this feature. You can embed the stream on your website.
That's a really good idea.
But there would be no chat, and there will be
right.
And logos will not be preserved in the recording.
Right. Okay.
Not in the recording. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
videos
I would can be edited afterwards to put the logos there, but yeah, it's the same problem. Whoever is watching the recording will see a mini video there.
What we can do for sure, be proactive and send email to all the presenters with guidelines, like what they should do to make bigger font. When they show code samples, they should show it big. And then once we receive the content, we see how bad it is and what's the solution really. Because now it really I just know that last year we didn't send any. I don't think we sent any good instructions to speakers. And maybe that was the problem, because I know what you're referring to, Missy, because I was actually recently watching a lot one of the recordings where there were many YAML examples.
Yeah.
And I couldn't read them. I couldn't.
Yeah. That, and like there's like on I don't remember whose exactly it was, but it was like graphs and stuff that were like this big, and I was like, you cannot read any of that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I know that some people do, because they use different tools, so it's even worse when I think it's from when you do it on Zoom, that they record it on Zoom, and their video it's not embedded in the
it's not like overlaid on top of your presentation.
It's even more shrinked because of the video on the side. So
that was a problem that I ran into, because I had to crop some of the videos a little bit like without trying to like crop the presentation, but it would crop the margins a little bit to make it like fit in that 16:9 ratio, because Zoom like saves it in a really funky looking ratio. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll make a note about it as well, and I'll try to figure out with some simple guidelines. Like that's not something we can enforce, but we can at least give people a hint.
I wonder if we can suggest like a certain like recording platform that is better than Zoom. I don't know.
I mean, if you have something, then definitely I'll make a note. I'm gonna ping you in, and if you can like send some links, because I actually on my own I still struggle. I still don't know what's the best. Last time
Loom
I was
is
using...
great. I use Loom all the time, and it's fantastic.
So I used Loom last time because you could put the video in the screen.
Yeah.
But I had issues with, as far as I remember, I think I had issues with what issues I had? I think I had issues with audio. It was pretty crappy.
Oh, really?
I think one of my recordings was super silent. The quality was really, really bad.
Are you sure that wasn't like your microphone or something? Or...
I'm pretty sure it was something related to my shitty setup. But maybe it was because of Loom.
Oh, I don't know. I stan Loom, so I'm a little biased. But also, I think Fran said that there was another one. I forgot what it was called, but he sent it to me the other day. Anyways, yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know.
Let's if we can
remember now. Yeah.
I mean, if we can recommend something, then definitely we should do it. Also give them hints, like some editing tools that they could use, because
right.
Now I know what's the problem.
Descript is another one.
Oh,
Descript, yeah.
Yeah, Descript can also record the screen.
So
then you can edit the video by the transcript.
And they're free, right? Because I know Loom is free if you have a personal account. Like you just can't have a team account, but you can still record. I think it's up. Oh, never mind. It's up to 5 minutes, I think, on Loom.
Yeah, there's a limitation in time. So yeah, that's
okay.
Only for lightning talks. But does it allow you to edit the video, like cut out some pieces, etc.? Because actually for me, it's that's critical part, because I always want to record perfect. So when I do some error, I just repeat, and then I take it to iMovie, and in iMovie I just cut it and remove the parts that I duplicated but were crappy, etc. You know what I mean?
I guess I have a blog post that says you can trim your videos now or something. When was this posted? Last year. Damn, I'm late to the party. Yeah, I have no idea. I have never tried that before, but I'm sure you can. I can explore it and find out.
Like always when I record there always is something wrong. Like I don't know, my dog is barking or whatever, some pop-up that I forgot to turn off, and then I just pause, fix the noises or other issues, and then repeat, like but in the same recording I just sometimes I record the same thing 3 times until it's good, and then I just edit it, like trim the bad parts out from the video. Am I really the only one to do it?
No, I definitely do that, but for me, Loom is more like casual. I'm just trying to like get my idea across without having to type it. But I sent the blog post link for Loom. It's called Instant Editing. So I sent it in the chat, but it's not free. So I don't know if we can even suggest it. They might, I mean, some companies might already have it available to people who are speaking. So, but the other one, what is it called? What was the other one called?
Descript.
Descript, yeah. Is that one free?
I think so, but I don't know which limits you have.
There's always limitations.
Yes. Pricing. Let's see.
The
3
thing,
hours of transcriptions today.
the thing is that we're gonna have speakers that are not supported by any company, that are individual contributors.
Right.
I wonder if we can buy one of these accounts
I was thinking the same thing.
and maybe
Yeah.
give them invitations so they can use our account to record it.
That's a great idea, actually. Just have like one account and everybody share it or
And the cool thing is
something.
it will be instantly uploaded. So
Right. Yeah, exactly.
we'll have access to these videos instantly.
You mean
That's
one,
actually a really, really good idea. I
you mean
think
one
that would make
account with
everything.
the same password for everyone?
Maybe not with the same password. I mean, for sure, not with the same password. But maybe you can invite people as part of the team. Let's say,
Right.
you know, we just need to make sure that we buy enough seats.
Yeah.
30 seats probably is the minimum.
But then it's probably pricing then goes up like with Zoom, like
yes, that's a problem. That's why I was saying like maybe it's too much, but well,
But it is only for a month. Like,
yeah, it is only for a month, so it's $8, and you have up to 50 creators.
there you go.
well, in Loom?
Yeah, Loom. So
There we go.
after creator light members are free. They get up to 25 videos, up to 5 minutes recording length. No, that's not good. So no. So it's creator light. It's this light ones. Yeah, and the next pricing layer is let's talk.
Oh.
We can talk. Yeah, we can talk.
I mean, we could talk to them about like asking if we could use their platform for cost, like to record just for the conference.
Maybe they
Yeah.
can become sponsors this way.
True. There you
Or
go.
supporters,
Yeah.
supported by Loom and supported the same way we are supported by Restream.
Right.
The one, so yeah. Well, anyway, just to think about.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
I mean, it's very valid, like especially if we want to have quality recordings,
Mhm.
then that's okay. I can actually quickly write to them and see.
And they have like the transcript thing, like where you can like edit the transcript after you're speaking so that it's like accessible and all that too.
So it's definitely more accessible than the generated one.
Yeah. Yeah.
With this script, you have the same thing. So
Right.
I'll consider this one. And I think let me check, because with this script, how many people can I invite?
I think I saw 50 on their website too.
Where?
Oh, no, I didn't.
30 hours of transcription.
I made it up.
Wait. Invite your whole team. Only editors pay. Only editors pay. Oh, that is good. Maybe.
But editor is the one that wants to record, I guess, right?
No, basic screen recording they can do it. Transcription they can do it.
Oh.
They cannot do editing of the final file.
Oh.
They can only record themselves and upload it. And they can collaborate and comment. For instance, they can say like, "Can you please remove this or that?" And then but yeah, like then someone will have to be editing all these videos, and that's not good. So yeah, but we can say like we don't edit videos. So whatever you upload, make sure it's the final piece, and that's it.
Yeah, but also I think it's worth a try to like reach out to the companies and see if they could be a sponsor and then provide them their tool. Yeah.
Gotta leave, folks. Gotta meet in there.
Yeah, we need to finish. But the good news is it's actually for 1 month for 20 editors, it's just $300, and we can put it in the budget of the conference because we're gonna have sponsors.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have it. Fuck yeah, this one thing works quickly.
Nice.
So very good. At the ending of the meeting, thank you for joining.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes.
See you until next time.
Cheers.